Hi, my name is Atif and welcome to 21st part of Real Estate App Development Series. In this part, we will show the properties published by currently logged in user. So let's start by opening the project in Android Studio. We need to create another activity. Right click on Activities package, click New, select Activity, select Empty Views Activity, type the name of activity, that will be my property list activity. Make sure to choose language Java and click finish. So far we have created the activity to show the properties published by currently logged in user. Now we will start designing the UI for it. Open the layout file of the activity. In top of this activity we will show the toolbar. For that we need to create relative layout. Width will be match parent and height of this relative layout will be 130 dp. After that we need to set the id for this relative layout, that will be toolbar relative layout. We also need to show a background using background property. Background is available in drivable folder with name toolbar bg02, and we need to show a back button. Image button width and height will be wrap content, id will be toolbar back button. After assigning the id, we need to show an icon in this button that is available in drivable folder with name back white. Background will be transparent using add android transparent. Now we need to set the padding of this button, that will be 10 dp. After getting the image button, for going back, we need to create a text view to show the title of this toolbar. Text view, width and height will be wrap content. After setting the width and height, we need to set the ID for this text view, that will be toolbar title text view. The next step is to apply a style to this text view using the property style. The style is available with name label large, that is part of material 3 theme. Now we need to set the text to this text view, that will be my ads. You may also set my properties. Now we need to place this text view in center horizontal of this relative layout using the property layout center horizontal with value of true, and margin from top will be 15 dp. After that, we need to apply a color to this text view using the property color, text color, and the color will be question mark, attribute color on primary. So, color will be changed according to the selected theme of device. Now, before proceeding further, we need to change the constraint layout with the relative layout. Relative layout. After that, we will create a recycler view to show the properties published by currently logged in user. Width and height will be match parent, and ID of this recycler view will be properties recycler view. After that, we will set the layout manager using the property layout manager, and layout manager will be linear layout manager. Now we have used the list item property to show the preview of the list item in layout preview, and we also have placed the recycler view below the toolbar relative layout. And with that, our UI part is now completed. Open the MyPropertyListActivity.java class, and in start we need to bind the layout file with the activity class. Private activity property list binding, name it as binding. We will initialize it in the onCreate function before set content view. Binding equal to activity MyPropertyListBinding dot inflate. Inside that we need to pass the get layout inflator as parameter, get layout inflator, and in set content view, instead of r dot layout dot, we need to pass binding dot get root. We have used view binding to bind the layout file with the activity class. Now we need to create a constant in class level for tag private static final string tag equal to my property list tag. Now whenever we need to show logs in logcat, we will use that tag. Okay, now we need to define the Firebase auth in class level private Firebase auth and name it as Firebase auth. We will initialize it in the onCreate function. Firebase auth equal to Firebase auth dot get instance. Now the next step is to load the properties published by a currently logged in user. For that we have created a separate function, private, return type will be void, name of the function will be load my properties. Now call the function after the initialization of Firebase auth. After that come again in the function load my properties. Since we need to show the properties published by a currently logged in user, so we need the UID of the user. String my UID equal to Firebase auth dot get UID. This will get the UID of currently logged in user and save in the variable myUID. Before proceeding further, we will show that UID in the logcat using log.d. As a first parameter, we have used tag that we have defined in class level, and as a second parameter, we have shown the message including the UID of user. Now we need to create instance of the database reference, name it as reference equal to Firebase database.get instance.get reference. And as a path, we need to pass properties. Since we need to get the properties of currently logged in user, so we will use the property order by child. Reference dot order by child UID dot equal to and pass the UID of currently logged in user that is available in the variable with name myUID. Now we need to add value event listener dot add value event listener new value event listener. This will implement two methods on data change and on cancelled. We need to define the array list of model property in class level private array list. Type will be model property. Name of the array list will be property array list. We also need to define the adapter property in class level. Private adapter property. Name will be adapter property. Before the database reference, we will initialize the property array list. Property array list equal to new array list. Now come in the on data change function. Before starting adding data into it, we need to clear the list. Property array list dot clear. Since there are multiple data, so we will use the load to add data into it. For data snapshot, name it as ds. Snapshot dot get children. Snapshot is the parameter of on data change function, which is of type data snapshot. We need to get the data from the DS and prepare the model property, which may cause exception, so we will enclose it in the try block. Model property, name it as model property equal to ds.getValue, pass model property class as parameter. Now we need to add it to the array list using property array list.add model property. This will add all properties published by a currently logged in user in the property array list. Now in the catch block, we will show the exception in logcat using log.e, pass the exception as third parameter. Now after the for loop, we will initialize the adapter property equal to adapter property. First parameter is the context, that is MyPropertyListActivity dot this, and as a second parameter pass property array list. After that we will set that adapter to the recycler view using binding dot property recycler view dot set adapter, pass adapter property as parameter. The code for the My Property List activity is now completed. The next step is to add the option My Ads in the profile fragment. So let's open the profile fragment. First of all, we need to open the fragment profile.xml file, and we need to add the option My Ads that user will click to start the My Property List activity. The UI will be same as logout, edit profile, change password, verify account and delete account. So we will just copy the card view of edit profile card view, right click, copy and paste it above the edit profile card view. After pasting it, we need to change the ID of the card view, that will be my properties card view. We also need to change the text of the text view, so it will be my ads. The next step is to change the icon from start of this text view that is available in drivable folder with name building gray. Now we will open the profile fragment to add the click listener on it. After opening the profile fragment, move to on view created function and add click listener on the my properties card view. Binding dot my properties card view dot set on click listener new view dot on click listener. When user click this button, we will start the activity. My property list activity. Start activity. Intent. First parameter is the context, that is m context, which we have defined in class level. And second parameter is the activity we want to start, that is my property list activity. Make sure to add new keyword at the start of intent. After that, open the My Property List activity and in onCreate function, we need to add click listener on toolbar back button. Binding dot toolbar back button dot set on click listener. We will call the function finish. So when user click this button, it will finish the activity and move to previous activity. After that, run the app in an emulator or in real device. When the app runs successfully, move to profile screen and click My Ads Card View. This will move to My Properties List activity. In that activity, it will show the properties that are published by currently logged in user. Okay, enough for now. We will continue from here in next part.